Imagine this. You walk into a bustling coffee shop, wait in line, and order a simple caramel macchiato. The barista asks for your name, and you say, Philip. A few minutes later, you're handed a cup, but the name written on it isn't Philip. It's Philip, or maybe just Phil. You look at the cup, you chuckle, and then you do exactly what millions of others do. You pull out your phone, take a photo, and post it to your Instagram story with a caption like, "They got my name wrong again." You probably think it's just a funny accident. You might think the barista is tired, distracted, or just bad at spelling. But in the high-stakes boardrooms of the world's largest coffee empire, this isn't a failure at all. It is a victory. That mistake is a core component of a sophisticated branding strategy that has helped build a company with a market cap exceeding $110 billion. In the traditional world of marketing, companies spend staggering amounts of money, hundreds of millions every year, on television commercials and massive billboards, desperately hoping you'll notice them for a split second. But the truth is, we've become experts at ignoring traditional ads. We skip them on YouTube, we scroll past them on social media, and we tune them out in the real world. However, there is one type of content we almost never ignore: the posts made by our friends and family. This is where the genius of the misspelled name comes into play. It creates what marketers call user-generated content. When a brand misspells your name, they aren't just making an error. They are giving you a reason, a trigger to talk about them. Every time you post a photo of that misspelled cup to laugh at it, you are providing that brand with free, authentic, and highly trusted advertising to your entire circle of followers. It is organic marketing that money simply cannot buy because it comes from a person, not a corporation. But why do we feel such a strong urge to share a mistake? The psychology is deeper than you might think. Human beings are biologically wired to notice and correct errors. A perfectly spelled name is boring. It's the expectation. There is no story in a cup that says John correctly. But a cup that says John creates an immediate emotional reaction, usually amusement or a slight sense of superiority. That spike in emotion is the chemical trigger that makes you open your camera app. They have successfully hacked your brain to turn you into a brand ambassador, and you did it all for the price of a latte. There is another layer to this strategy known as humanization. Global corporations often feel cold, robotic, and disconnected from reality. But when a barista scribbles a name by hand, even if it's mangled, it adds a human touch to the transaction. It reminds you that there is a person behind the counter, not just a corporate machine. This is what we call calculated imperfection. In a world of mass production where every product is identical, your misspelled name is the only thing that is truly unique to your visit. The paradox is brilliant. The error makes the experience feel more personal, even though it is happening to millions of people every single day. Think about the scale of this viral loop. If only 1% of customers post their misspelled names online, it results in millions of free impressions every year. This cycle keeps the brand at the absolute forefront of public consciousness without the company spending an extra dime on a creative agency. While their competitors are obsessed with being perfect, this strategy embraces the messy, funny reality of social media. It understands a fundamental truth of the digital age. Being talked about for a funny mistake is 1,000 times better than being forgotten for being perfect. So the next time you see your name transformed into a word that doesn't exist, take a moment. Don't be so quick to judge the barista's spelling skills. Instead, look at that iconic logo and realize you are participating in one of the most successful psychological marketing campaigns in history. The lesson for every business owner, creator, or entrepreneur is clear. Perfection is often forgettable. If you want to stand out, give people a reason to talk. Sometimes the best way to get noticed is to be perfectly imperfect. Because in the end, your name on that cup was never a mistake. It was a multi-billion-dollar conversation starter.